this is Lori Jill Isenstadt with All About Breastfeeding, and I'm an IBCLC, and you can find me at allaboutbreastfeeding.biz. I am here today to talk about your baby's output, your breastfed baby's output. What is normal? It can be a little confusing. You get a lot of variations of the same theme. So I want to empower you so that you can know what to expect. On the first day of your baby's life, if they pee one time, that's pretty normal. On the second day of life, we're looking for them to pee at least twice. On the third day, at least 3 times. And on the fourth day, at least 4 pees. And on the fifth day, they should keep going about 4 times a day up until easily their first year. So that will be fairly common. And when we're talking about peeing, I would also like to mention that we're looking for their pee to be clear or maybe even a little lightish yellow. If you have any red in their pee or orange looking color to it, that's a sign of concern that your baby might not be getting enough fluids, enough to eat. Now we're looking at your baby's stools. The first day or two, it would be normal to see lots of black. It's like a tarry-like substance. Stools is very sticky. It's hard to kind of wipe off their tush. And they should do a couple of those a day. And by the third day, it should be much lighter. And by the fourth day, in a well-fed, breastfed baby, those stools should be changing in color to a yellow mustardy color. And it should have the consistency of like liquid, like pasty mustard. Let's also talk about the volume, because sometimes when you're new parents, we just don't know. And if your baby has a stool or 2 a day that's maybe the size of your pinky thumbnail, that really isn't enough stool. We're looking for something at least a quarter or 50-cent size. So we're looking for your baby to have 4 or 5 wet diapers by the time they're 5 days old, clear, with no strong odor, no strong dark color, no reddish or oranges. It should be clear, light yellowish. And we should be looking for your baby's stools to graduate from those sticky, tarry meconium stools to a lighter brown to, by the 4th and 5th day, they should clearly be a yellow mustardy color. The other thing I want to say is there are some people who are saying it's okay if your baby isn't stooling on a regular basis. And I'm here to tell you it is not okay. If your baby doesn't stool the 3rd day and or the 4th day, that is sending a red flag to me. If your baby is having dark stools by the 4th and 5th day, that sends a red flag to me. A lack of stools, the change in color to the yellow mustardy breastfed baby's color stools, a lack of urine, a light colored, if it's darker colored, so dark colored stools or a lack of stools, and dark colored or other coloring like reddish or yellowish, reddish or orangish to your baby's pees. And those are all signs that your baby may not be getting enough. Now, as a lactation consultant, I don't look at that as the only be-all sign that breastfeeding is going well or not. I am asking you other questions about your baby's feeding frequency and behavior. We are taking a look at your baby's weight also. And so we factor in many things when we decide if breastfeeding is going well and if your baby is getting enough. But what I did want to address was the output, because there's a lots of confusion about that. And I find that a lot of people are, well, maybe not a lot of people, but some people are okay with a lack of stooling, and they're okay with scanty diapers. And I just want to know that that was one very important factor that we take a look at amongst other things to figure out how breastfeeding is going for you, and if breastfeeding is going well for the baby, and if your baby is getting enough. So I love to empower parents so you know approximately how much your baby should be stooling. And if you're looking to learn about your baby's normal newborn weight loss and weight gain, I have a video on that too, so check that out. If you would like more information about me, just go to allaboutbreastfeeding.biz And real important, if you're liking this video, like the information I give you, find it's helpful, then you want your friends to know about it. So what you want to do is go below, press that subscribe button. This is how more people know about me. And you can press that bell, like, and share. So subscribe, like, and share. That's really important. And I will see you on the next show. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today on All About Breastfeeding. I'm so excited that you are hanging out with me today, and I would love for you to remember my mantra, which is don't let All About Breastfeeding be your best kept secret. Please be sure for you to subscribe to this show and share it with everybody you know who is interested in breastfeeding. And my gift to you today is, if you go down to the link, you can be sent a list that tells you how do you know that breastfeeding is going well.